Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video I'm going to be going over a free-to-play team that I have made for the Helmet Hunt roadmap, as well as calculations when it comes to what you have to do in this current event to get as much when it comes to the rewards as you can. Now first of all, we're going to talk about the rewards and what you can get out of the event when it comes to what you can claim in the Mythic Market in the Helmet Hunt event. First off, obviously, you need to gather topazes from various tournaments, SR, raid tournaments, level ups, and when you get these topazes, you need to use them on the roadmap. But if you want to use them and get the most rewards possible back, you should only be doing the very final roadmap every single time, which is Helmet Hunt number 3. It is the hardest, it has the best return on the helmets, and you can do that every single day of the event, free to play, if you get all of the topazes. Grand total amount of topazes you get from the event is 2,205. That roadmap costs 105 to run each time, which equals 21 total runs. It is a 3-week event, means 21 potential runs of 105 cost roadmap. The grand total of the helmets you'll get back at 190 per run is going to be 3,990. If you do it every single day, you will be able to get yourself 3 versions of Heath, or you could go for other rewards. That is completely up to you. You will be able to get slightly more helmets because there are some missions given some as well. These are a little bit harder to complete, especially the 100 takedowns of particular enemies. But maybe Scopely are going to make things a bit more easier to do. We'll have to wait and see. There is a raid tournament starting, so you should be able to get through some of those. I know there's a bug right now where Jesus 2000 First Edition isn't counting, so that definitely needs to get fixed somehow. Now, of course, like I said, if you do all of the SR level up and raid milestones that you need to do to get all of the topazes to run that roadmap every single day, you'll have to do that 3rd roadmap, which is definitely the most difficult for sure. Now, the roadmap I'm talking about is Helmet Hunt 3 here in the left-hand corner. You can see I have completed it already, and I have completed it quite cleanly and managed to get through every single stage. This is day number 2. I haven't dropped a stage so far, so I am on 100% record. I should be able to do this as it would be done for a free-to-play, to be able to get it done every single day when it comes to the roadmap. Now, when I started this on my stream, I did blitz through the first 2 acts with a Lone Wolves team. I wanted to see how far that team could get as the more meta attack team. And it did pretty well, honestly. It did pretty well, all things considered. As that team is more built for speed and power, these roadmaps, generally speaking, should be problematic for them. But because I had, like, Zachary and, honestly, even Michonne, who wasn't doing crazy damage, but she was laying down crosshairs when they're below a certain percentage HP, characters were staying down, revives are not an issue, and that was actually quite nice. I did, however, complete Act 3 with a bit more of a free-to-play team, a bit more accessible characters, and maybe you'll be able to build this team yourself. And that team is this team right here. As you can see, there is no one too special here, as long as you've been playing the game for a reasonable amount of time, and there are even some switch-out characters that you can even use in this team. So, for instance, instead of using Slasher Beta, you could potentially use Richards, the bloody Richards from the event recently. I believe he's meant to be pretty decent. He also puts down crosshairs on his Adrenaline Rush. You just got to time his crosshairs reasonably well. He can multiply, I think, some bleeds and stuff like that, so he can potentially get bleeds going. The reason why Slasher Beta was good was just because he actually does trauma when comboed with some Paddy's Day Rosita. Now, if you don't have enough tokens to pick up Rosita in the store, or you don't have her already, a character you could potentially switch her out for that people were talking about was the Krampus Carol. Lots of control for sure, lots of taunt, not going to be as much of a problem when it comes to enemies doing things with that character. It will be slow, there won't be any Guardian Shields for your team. That's what I was using St. Paddy's Day Rosita for, was the 100% heal reduction that she actually does with her special skill and the Guardian Shields. Those are the 2 main things that she was doing for my team, which was obviously great. Now, Mike's kind of self-explanatory. He is really, really good for roadmaps. He's probably one of the best roadmap characters out there for doing damage because he's got a very nice infection off of turn 1, and he can hold the really nice triple ransack weapon that we had in a league store before. So I definitely picked that up. I'll show you the weapons I've got on the other characters too. On this character, I have one of the weapons that did confuse on attack when you hit a crit, and she does obviously hit crits, so she was confusing characters every now and again. This character has his default weapon, so he is hitting the trauma. You might want to switch out the attack in the main slot for maybe HP, just so he has a bit more survivability, because his stats are not very high when it comes to survivability. And then we do have the main man himself, Trader, and this was an event weapon where you got Impair on attack. If you have any AP down, Impair on attack weapons, this would fit absolutely fine in Trader's hands. Now the final slot on the team will be a particular character, and I know maybe people think I'm just self-promoting here, but this is a very nice character when it comes to this particular roadmap, and it is going to be Gold Mythic Locke. But as you can see, I cannot use him because I haven't got the LB3 yet. I get the LB3 in 2 or 3 days when the roadmap finally unlocks the final axe. But the reason why he's so good is because of his Adrenaline Rush. Let's just do the maxed out version just so we can see it. The Adrenaline Rush, you can see, deals 25% of the living enemy team's max HP as damage to an enemy. This is really good if the entire team's alive on these roadmaps. They've all got like 400k HP. So you are destroying one enemy. You can do this on the Negan, the one that does the bleed weapon, or you can do this on Angel. Those two are some of the most powerful characters on this roadmap. Angel with massive stats is really hard to take down because you can't realistically beat her with percentage damage because she's got such high stats. And also effects just get cleansed every turn. So you have to one-shot her, and Locke can do that as well. And his signature move is also insanely powerful because he gets an extra 20% infection per 10,000 max HP they have. And these characters, like I said, had 400,000 HP. So that's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of extra percent of infection, which means they're very unlikely to actually heal the infection. As long as you can put decap on the enemy, you know, crosshairs, those characters are gone. You've got 2 characters laying down infection as well. In that case, it would be Locke, and it would be Mike. I would say the most important thing is, because you have Mike as a support character here, and potentially you could even do it for Rosita and Slasher Beta as well, because there are characters that taunt particular roles. For instance, Princess taunts support characters, and Lao Po taunts damage roll characters. So just be aware of that. You might want to put heavy taunt resist on both of these characters just to make sure you've got a bit of survivability. I'm going to show you some clips in a second, and Mike was taunted throughout the entire fight. Obviously now I have got a 90% taunt resist on him, so he has a much better chance of being able to actually use his kit. Now last and by no means least, we will be looking at the battle items on the right hand side, because you should be using these on all these roadmap stages. If you're not using Locke or someone like him when it comes to being able to remove the burn and bleed from enemies, there isn't too much burn to deal with, but there is definitely bleed. This item right here, Energy Burst, all team members regain 100 HP, recover from attack penalties, offense penalties, and bleeding. You do come up against Zachary, who does 100k bleed off of turn 1 a couple of times. Sometimes you might need to attack the bleed on defense weapon Negan just to get a couple of attacks on, get crosshairs on him, get some hits on him just to make sure he's taken out, maybe infect him, but you proc bleed 3 or 4 times. You need to be able to cleanse this, and this cleanses it from the entire team. There aren't too many enemies that are going to do it to a single target, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So this entire team version, Energy Burst, is much better than the other version. This was highlighted to me by Cygnus. I was originally taking Energy Bar in, but you can only take 10 of these in, so you can only cleanse your entire team twice, whereas this Energy Burst can cleanse your entire team 5 times. The other items I would take in would be revive items. I actually need to make some more smelling salts. Unless you have a character that revives, for instance, instead of Locke, you could use the new Zachary, and he would be absolutely amazing in that team. I have been using Zachary in that team, and he will just be reviving people for you. But it's nice to take in the smelling salts anyway, just in case Zachary gets controlled and taken down, So then you can just pick up Zachary himself. Just a little bit of a get out of jail free card. The other items you could take Elegant Incense. So you just revive everybody. This again, if you have multiple characters get taken out in one go, you can just revive everyone at the same time. I took in Nerve Gas because I can do this at the beginning of the fight just to limit their attack at the beginning, just so when they do the dog pile it isn't so crazy. But I think a really important item is Knockout Gas. So you can impair someone for 3 turns and you can do this 5 times. But you can impair someone in very interesting scenarios. You can impair people behind human shields. You can impair people when they've got a guardian shield. And this is the big one, guys. You can impair someone when they're in Outlast. You know how it works. Someone goes in Outlast, they get their rush. If it's Eris, you're just sitting there waiting for her to just nuke your team. But you can use Knockout Gas on her, stop her from being able to do an Adrenaline Rush. She'll do a basic attack, but you've got a much better chance of surviving that than you have of surviving her Adrenaline Rush for sure. And obviously, if she doesn't do her Adrenaline Rush, she doesn't revive other people. The best chance she's got is killing somebody and giving herself Halo. That's the kind of best case scenario that she would have at that point. Now, because I didn't have Lock at LB3 and I wanted to try and do this without a Zachary, I did do this with a William instead, but I would not recommend this, guys. And the reason I wouldn't recommend it is because if I came up against Angel, I wouldn't have had a chance to take her down. I did come up against Princess, and it took me legitimately 15 minutes to just take down Princess near the end of the fight. It was a very long-winded thing. I will show you the last couple of stages with William in the team. One of the teams was easy to take out, the other one not so much. But I did finally do it. I didn't flee. I was going to, but I didn't flee, and we got things done. Remember what I said. If you get all of the topazes from all the milestones, you should be able to run this roadmap every single day, getting yourself near 4,000 of the event trophies for the Great Market trade-ins. Here are the 2 clips of those last 2 stages of me taking down some teams with this attack team with William. I would recommend Lock instead, though. I will be using Lock hopefully in a future live stream just to show how that works as well. We'll see if this works. Okay. So what we do... I'll try and get lucky on him. Try. Like, real hard. We need to do so much stuff on this guy so that we don't have stuff happen. Because he's oh, damn, I didn't hit. I don't have many chances for that. Got a lot of confuse on the enemy team, which is nice. We have to hit the crosshairs on this turn, right? Oh my god, how are we not hitting this? The issue is that this guy is just going to revive him, most likely. Okay, he did a bit of cleanse, but he should be dead. He's got infection too. Like, that's the good thing about Mike as well, is the infection will just start passing around. But the issue is... we proc the weapon. It doesn't matter. I think he would have been revived no matter what. I need to hit... I need to hit this. Why can't I hit a crit? Improved critical expert. Are you sure about that, bro? Are you sure? Are you sure it's about that improved critical expert, bro? I'm not so sure about it. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of control here. We've got an infection on my team. Unfortunately. Okay, let me take him out first, maybe. He'd probably be the best one to take out first. And we should be able to hit the crit almost guaranteed with him. Okay, it's nothing on the... But I guess it'll proc her thing twice. She's going to die. Unless I can cleanse it. I don't think I can. Oh no, it just cleansed the attack. Okay. I'm actually just going to do attack down on all of them, just for the sake of it. But she's going to die from the infection. I'm not sure who did that. Was it her? Up the top? Eris. It might have been Eris, you know. Okay, everyone just got Halo. I have to steal away his Halo. That was risky because... hopefully this crits. Nice. And he's infected. If he dies next turn, we might have this. Oh, I should put corruption though. If she dies next turn, we should have this. Just don't. Okay, he's crosshair too. Okay, he's dead. Nice. Get out of my sight. He's dead next turn. Get rid of that Halo. Let's get as many controls on these guys as possible. Now, Rosita's legit for these, and I think a lot of people would have picked up Rosita from that crate. Now, you can see why I didn't do this for the entire roadmap, guys. Only for the last couple of stages. A, the last couple of stages are the hardest. But B, it would have taken ages to do the entire roadmap like this. That's why I was using the other team, just to blitz through it a little bit. And it wasn't even that quick, I'll be honest. Okay, we're going to infect her. She will die. Doesn't matter about crosshairs so much. I need to save the signature move of Rosita for when... Actually, this is fine. This is fine. So she should die now, right? Yeah, she's gonna die now. So she's stunned. I've got guardian shields everywhere. You're not revive anybody. You're not reviving. You're not killing anybody. Sorry. Get out of my face. Pretty solid, guys. Pretty solid. Definitely free to play friendly theme here. Final stage. Final stage. Okay, this is going to be difficult. I think we have to take out everybody and then take out Morgan last. I've just realised we're going to be controlled by... we're going to rely on Slasher Beta so heavily here. Yeah, we're going to be relying on Slasher Beta so heavily. We're going to add quite a lot of effects to this young lady. Lots of hemorrhage has gone down on the enemy team. This is quite nice. We have got quite a lot of trauma here, which is pretty decent. We need to get the days off. Oh, they're doing their SIGs. I didn't... Oh, we've got infection resistance. I've got no idea how, but a lot of our team have infection resistance, which is great. Which is fantastic. Okay. We'll just keep putting hemorrhage on the enemy. We're going to have 2 people die soon. Not much I can do about that. I need this guy to die, realistically. He's about to, I think. I'm not sure if he's healing that. Nice, nice. He will revive, and I think when he revives somebody else. There's not much I can do there, if I'm honest. Oh no, he didn't. I think it's when... Huh. we're getting quite a lot of... I have to kill her with infection. Or hemorrhage. I don't think I can realistically do this very well. How many times do I have to kill him? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good to know. So, taunt resist seems really important, to be honest. Because the mic would be able to infect, and I obviously wouldn't be doing these attacks. We'll only attack her if we need to. And hope like the hemorrhage and stuff does damage otherwise. Because what I can do is I can like get out of jail free card. Like, I don't need to attack her here. I do need to attack her right now. So if she does her, that's fine. I don't need to attack her now. This is just so like long-winded and tactical.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting.
Oh, she's so close. Because she keeps cleansing. This trauma is really, really, really good against her. It's actually kind of funny. Oh my goodness, guys. Can't believe it. Mike's free. Mike's free. I think that's it. He revives a teammate when specialist activates, gives infection when he gets revived. Ah, okay, okay. That was brutal, but I was like, I should flee, but I worked out just a small avenue to get that done. So that's the roadmap completed. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully it was helpful for you. Hopefully you can get as much as you can out of this event. You can obviously get 3 copies of Heath. You could potentially get another copy of Heath in the Mythic Market. That means the last Heath would only be behind the Battle Pass when it comes to how much an LB3 would actually cost. Whether it's a character that you want to go for or not is up to you, though. You could go for mods, so on and so forth in the store. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want with those event trophies. That is the end of my video, though. Like I said, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.